Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video. Drew tells Michael he kissed Willow. Proposes to Sam. And spoiler, tells Michael about Willow and Drew's kiss. Today on General Hospital, Mac talks Cody into staying in Port Charles. Sasha gives Holly hell, and Laura and Lucky get good news. Please note that if you purchase something by clicking on a link within this story, we may receive a small commission of the sale. General Hospital spoilers October 28, November 1. At the Brown Dog, Cody punches Drew and calls him a smug bastard who makes out with his nephew's wife while banging her mom. Drew fights back, and Nina tells someone to call the police. At the bar, the PI Ned hired films the fight on her phone. Soon Dex and another officer arrive, and Drew explains Cody had too much to drink, and he won't be pressing charges. Dex and the cop take Cody out, and Drew does damage control by ordering a round for everyone on him. Later the bartender calls Drew a class act, and says he has his vote. However, Nina worries if Cody knows the truth, other people may too. Drew thinks he can handle Cody. More. Beyond the Gates rounds out its cast. Dex takes Cody to the station and offers to get him coffee to sober up. Cody tells Dex to just put him in the drunk tank and let him sleep it off, as he doesn't need to talk to anyone else. Mac walks in and asks, "Even your dad?" Mac excuses Dex, and Cody tells his dad he got drunk, and Drew deserved what he got. Mac knows what's going on with Sasha. Mac has coffee brought in for Cody, and he says he got a tough break they didn't see coming. Cody admits he always thought Sasha was too good for him, and was always afraid he'd mess it up. However, that fear made him a better guy. Mac says he is a better man and he'll get past this. Cody doesn't think so, and he has to leave Port Charles. Mac would be sad to see him go, given they were just figuring things out. Cody feels that way too, but it's too hard being near Sasha when he can't be with her. Mac says it won't make things easier if he's here or somewhere else. Mac says Sasha didn't make him a better man, that he did that work, and it would be a shame to give up now. Mac asks him to stick around for a while and to think of James. Cody agrees to stay. Mac says he'll find him a bed somewhere if he doesn't want to go to the queues. Cody says he does not, so they head out. At the gatehouse, Willow surprises Michael with Wiley's Halloween costume, Sherlock Holmes. Wiley says his dad is going to be his sidekick, Watson. Nina arrives and sees Wiley's costume, telling him how great it is. Michael and Wiley head up to the main house to show Monica his costume. After they leave, Nina tells Willow she gave her some bad advice about Drew. She informs her that she needs to tell Michael the truth as soon as she can and before someone else does. Willow says only 2 people know, and she trusts them both not to blab. Nina tells her that her circle of trust isn't that tight. Nina tells Willow that Cody knows, and Willow assumes Sasha told him. Willow asks what she should do. Nina says she needs to tell Michael before he learns this from someone else. She tells Willow they must do this now, as she's running out of time. In the stables, Holly tells Sasha she's the only mother she's got, and she's going to need her. Sasha says she needed her when her child died, and her husband was murdered, but she couldn't even be bothered to come and support her. Holly cries that she only found out after the tragedies, and Sasha made it clear she didn't want her around. Sasha screams her mother-in-law then stole her money and threw her into an asylum. She could have used help then too. Holly says she's here now. Sasha tells her mother, now is too little, too late. She says Cody was the one who saved her, and he helped her put herself back together. And because of him, she began to open her heart again. Holly cries she's grateful to Cody, and she wishes they could stay together. Sasha knows they can't. Holly says she's always loved her, But she wasn't cut out to be a mother. Sasha says Nona loved her, and was the only person who did for a long time. After Nona died, she tried to make a life for herself, but it always fell apart. Holly tells her it's not her fault, she's Cody's cousin. Sasha says it is because she kept the truth from her, and now she's lost him. Holly cries she's lost a lot too, including the love of her life. Sasha can't believe her mother is making this about her. Holly insists she only came forward with the truth for her sake, and still wants to help her. Sasha states she's doing well for herself. Holly tells Sasha that she pulled off the biggest job of her career, and she can set her daughter up for life. Holly says she'll be able to go wherever she wants and be whatever she wants. Sasha turns her offer down because they both know this won't be her last job, as she's addicted to living on the edge. Sasha grabs her belongings and walks out. More. Eden McCoy celebrates her birthday in the house. Tracy is fending off reporters calling about Drew's campaign, as she wants to keep the lines open for news about Lulu. Ned gloats that Drew's campaign is about to tank. Just then, Ned gets the video from the PI and watches it with Tracy. Tracy calls her son a genius for having Drew tailed and says they have all the ammunition they need, and now they have to use it. Ned hates bringing bad publicity to the family name, but Tracy says Drew isn't worthy of the Quartermain name. Ned plans to use the video to get Drew to hand over his ELQ shares. Tracy states, "Why stop there? Tell Michael everything, and we can get rid of Drew for good." Tracy says Michael's always had a bit of her father's ruthless streak, and he will make sure Drew is out of their lives. Ned says that on the flip side, he could use this video to keep Congressman Drew under his thumb. Having a congressman doing their bidding could come in handy. Drew, with a swollen bloody lip, arrives, and Tracy snarks. Someone's had a night. Drew heads over and pours himself a drink. Ned tells Drew that from now on, he will do exactly what they say regarding the family business. Drew asks why he'd do that. Ned gives him his phone, and Drew watches the video he was sent. Drew asks if he thinks this is enough to blackmail him. Drew says this has been handled, and he's going to handle Cody. Ned asks how he'll handle James West, as he overheard him and Willow talking about the kiss. Ned tells Drew he is going to side with him on every ELQ vote going forward, and Tracy adds he'll support Ned as CEO as well. Ned says otherwise, Michael learns the truth, and he won't become a congressman. Ned asks if they have a deal. Suddenly, Michael and Wiley walk in, and Michael asks Drew, "What happened to you?" He says it looks like he's been in a fight. Drew says it was a misunderstanding. Michael feels he walked in on something. Ned says they were discussing endorsements and how the right ones can make or break a candidate. Drew tells Michael they need to speak. Suddenly, Nina and Willow enter, and Willow says she needs to talk to Michael. Michael actually wants to hear what Drew has to say. Drew tells Willow he's sorry, and lets Michael know he kissed his wife on the 4th of July. Willow tells Michael it didn't mean anything, and she loves him. Michael storms out without a word, and Nina comforts a devastated Willow. Sasha ends up at the Brown Dog and orders a vodka on the rocks. She can't stop thinking about telling Cody the truth, and his reaction. Liz brings Aiden to the hospital, and he hugs his grandma as they wait for news on Lulu. Lucky arrives, and Aiden embraces his father. Lucky asks if there is any news. Laura says Sam is out of surgery, but Lulu is still in surgery. Liz says now that Lucky is here, she and Aiden are going to head home. Liz and Aiden depart, and Lucky asks his mom how she is. She says many people have stopped by to see her, but she's happy to spend time with him. Lucky reveals he's been at the federal building jumping through hoops to get an emergency passport. Laura asks if he's planning on using it. Lucky looks through it and notes that all these blank pages are like the last decade never happened. Laura says there is so much about his life she doesn't know, like how he met Isaiah. Lucky tells her that he met him at a medical camp and that he liked playing cards. They ended up going to where the help was needed, but now he realizes he was just running the whole time. Laura tells Lucky that he didn't grow up in a normal household. For his first 11 years, he was on the run with her and Luke. They were fugitives. She feels this need he has to run out and get an emergency passport. That instinct is in him because of how she and Luke raised him. She tells him not to beat himself up about it. Lucky says he's always told himself if he can't stay in one place for too long, he is trying to do some good. She says he has. And he brought Isaiah home to save Lulu. He's grateful for Isaiah, but he still left Liz and Aiden. Laura says he and Liz were teenagers when they met, and rarely do they end up with their first love. Lucky says, especially when one goes down a dark hole. Laura says he climbed out of it, and everyone is happy he is here. They hug, and he tells her no matter where he goes, home is where she is. Liz returns, having decided to wait with them for news rather than scroll on her phone. Isaiah comes out, and Laura asks how Lulu is. He tells them the surgery went well, and they have to wait and see if she accepts the transplant. Lucky tells his mom that Lulu is going to make it. Dante is by Sam's side in her room as she wakes up. He says she did great, and she's going to save Lulu's life. They chat briefly before Dante pulls out a ring and asks Sam to marry him. Sam can't believe he's asking her now, given she's on a ton of painkillers. He was hoping that would work to his advantage. She tells Dante that it's okay if he still loves Lulu. She says he doesn't have to propose to him to thank her for helping Lulu. Dante says he's proposing to her because he loves her, and he's tired of dancing around the subject. Sam accepts Dante, puts the ring on her finger, and they kiss. Next on General Hospital, Maxie pokes fun at Cody. Willow gets an unexpected visitor. Sasha tells someone they made a mistake, and Sam tells her mother about her engagement.